So this is my improved Lego vacuum V-twin engine. Now, as you saw, I guess it like blew up. I don't know yet, but yeah, pistons aren't moving anymore. So yeah, I guess I'll just go in depth to this one. So now this V-twin, unlike my old one, isn't held together by rubber bands and stuff anymore, so it's a bit more secure. And just like the throttle on my old V4 vacuum engine. Now, you know, it's got the basic V-twin right angle, but I have put these pieces like right here, and it just makes it way more stable. Doesn't move around as much. I mean, obviously it's broken right now, but it just works way better. So I'm gonna take these pins out and kind of like show you the crankshaft. So crankshaft and everything. So basically these pins just pop out and that whole thing falls down because it's not connected in the middle, but these pieces right here is what holds this part up. It can stand without these, but it just helps performance way better. Because for V-twins, you really don't want the whole engine moving around too much, because that'll decrease performance greatly. Now, here's the pistons I use. Now, I have like 5 of these types of pistons that are all super glued, so like these pieces don't come apart at all. So, and I just use these like, I don't know what pieces you would call these, but to connect everything together. And I just use either one of these, and it lines everything up perfectly. Then, you know, just the traditional pin through the middle of all of it. And now I use a 3-stud stroke for this engine, just because it sounds way cooler than a two stud stroke, and it makes a lot more power and it goes faster or whatever. It's still just a half turn. I should probably make it a two stud turn, but you know, this is just what I have. And these valves are super glued too, so they don't break. So this is just the valves I decided to use. Now, how I have it is one piston's connecting rod, or I guess you could call it connecting rod, goes here. The other one goes here, obviously. And then, you know, there should be these pieces on here. This one fell off when it blew up, but these just kind of keep the valve in place while it's going up and down, because the first testing, the first like prototype of this improved vacuum engine, I guess you could call it, I noticed the valves would slide a lot. They would move side to side a lot, and that didn't really help the structure of the engine too much. Here's one of those pieces. So yeah, this piece just goes right here if I can get it to fit. Yeah, so see, it kind of just keeps the valve in place. I got one on top and bottom. This one also fell out. But yeah, I got the single flywheel here. I needed to get a heavier flywheel, but yeah. And that's about it. These pieces right here, I have these like this to make a perfect 90-degree angle for the V-twin. Yeah, that's kind of about it. Trying to think of anything else. Oh, and another thing, for all my engines, all the pistons are sanded down, so there's no real hard edges, and I always have the engines lubed. So, yeah. And most of the pistons are, most of the pistons and valves are super glued together, so they don't, you know, pop when it's running, because when these engines get going fast, they'll just, you know, most of the time the valves just pop. So that's why I do that. I really try to avoid doing that, but you know, sometimes if I want to get an engine to have its best performance, I don't really have an option. I don't want to get the best performance out, so I'll finish putting this back together again, and then I'll try to get one more hit out of it before it breaks again. There you go, it broke again, so yeah, it's pretty much the end of the video. Yeah.